Hey everyone, it's James here. It is about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I was wondering. I was on King Nappy's feed, his Twitch, his stream earlier while he was doing his UU thing, and I was talking to some of the people there. Some of them are fellow streamers, some of them are fellow YouTubers, and one guy by the name of I'm a Slifer. Well, if you're a Slifer, you should be playing Yu-Gi-Oh, not Pokemon. He said that I should put up a video like this, or in one of my other playthrough parts, to say, do people want me to, um, like, cut out the grinding bits, or just speed through them, which I can do. Speeding through them is easier for me to do than actually cutting them out and stuff, because I don't have the best editing software. I wish I had Final Cut Pro, but I don't. I'm stuck with Windows Movie Maker, and I don't know how to set it up so that what is it? The not time frame. It's late. Well, either way, it's finicky. I don't know how to cut things out, so I was going to ask you, beautiful ladies and gentlemen, please comment below if you would like me to start cutting out the grinding. The grinding gives me an opportunity to talk about what I do, how I prefer to train my Pokemon. Some of you say, "Oh, we really like that you talk to us and tell us how you train." I'm not too clear on how EVs and IVs work. Never have been. I hate that idea. I'm more of a balance the type and then you put it in battle and then everything works out. Like you saw against Brock in part 2. He had Murkrow and he had Kakuna. I didn't have anything to really counter either Pokemon. Until I got Rock Tomb, of course. But, and then you'll see when I get through Mount Moon how I go about fighting Misty. And you'll find that I like to keep my levels pretty low. Like, I went up against Brock 12 and 14 respectively. I was at levels 10 and up to max 13. And that was after the trainer battle before Brock. So I definitely favor typing advantages as opposed to EV and IV. When I go on Showdown, I usually just leave it up to Showdown and I just pick the attacks accordingly. For example, my Mewtwo in my Ubers team, it's Calm Mind, Psy-Shock, or Psy-Strike, I forget which one, Thunderbolt, and Aura Sphere, and I have the Mutonite Y, which keeps him psychic and keeps him special oriented, as opposed to the Mutonite X, which turns him into a psychic fighting type, similar to Medicham or Mega Medicham. And I keep it accordingly. So I was wondering, do you people want me to cut up the grinding and start talking about how, and just jump right to the action, or keep the grinding in, and gun through it? Like I said, I can hold the spacebar down. That's usually how to jump the frame rate from 100% working to about 1,000%, so it's 10 times the speed, just about. I leave it into your hands. I do like to grind. I do like showing off my grinding. Like I said, it gives me a chance to talk about my methods. It talks about how I like to talk about how I like to do things. So, like, comment, and subscribe. My playlist is up. I just need to start posting a few more times. Otherwise, I hope to hear from you all soon. Don't mind the clicking sounds. It's just me using my okay, so I'll tell you how I have it set up. I use my Dell PC. It's a laptop, and that's what I play the game on. And then I use my MacBook to record everything on a sweet little audio program called Audacity. I learned about it in journalism while I was doing that in school. Thankfully, I got out of that program before I lost my mind, more than I already have. So, yeah, I use Audacity for audio, and it does well. I just wish I had Final Cut Pro I might have to look for a bootleg copy. If anyone can hook me up, that would be brilliant, because then I can start really doing some quality edits. But it's like over $300, and that's money I don't have to spend. I don't even have $300 in my bank account, for God's sakes. But hopefully I really entertain you guys with how I talk about things, how I mention people. Like, I mentioned Nappy a lot, I mentioned Hoodlums Crafty a lot, I mentioned other name Callum, I've mentioned Vegas Jamie a lot, I mentioned PK Sparks, Shofu. They're all great runners, they're all great YouTubers, they're all great streamers, they're all great competitive battlers, and they are some of the greatest people out there that I personally talk to. I did also give my shout out to Worcester Loeb. He's my rival. For those of you who are new to the playlist, but the main thing is, do you people want me to cut out the grinding and stop the storytelling, or do you want me to keep going? Tell my story, tell my whole my methods to the madness, because especially for beginners, I find that a lot of people probably appreciate the fact that I say, oh, you can do this, that, the other, instead of doing all these things that you see other people doing. Like, I watch Game Grumps, they're hilarious, and they're doing a run of Fire Red that makes me want to cry, because they're missing all this stuff. Like, they missed the potion, you can get it from your PC at home before you even talk to Professor Oak. There's hidden items all over. They've skipped so many berries that they could have grabbed off the ground. They even missed Mega Punch and Mega Kick from those two black belt guys after you get out of Mount Moon, like immediately coming out of Mount Moon. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be grabbing Mega Punch and Mega Kick. But, beyond that, I like to hear what everyone thinks. Sorry it's been about 8 minutes talking, but I just want to get this all out. So I'll talk to you all soon. Part 4 will be up tomorrow. Well, like maybe 12 hours from now or so. Depends on when I finish, when I get home tomorrow. Anyway, I will catch you all on the flip side. Have a nice night. Have a good day tomorrow, and catch you on the flip side.